I represent the 18th Congressional District on Homeland Security. The responsibilities of passports are under the State Department, and travel and visas are likewise under the State Department, but the issues of Homeland Security impact the comings and goings of those who are traveling. Early this morning, there were lines in this building wrapped around the federal building, as it has been now consistently after the pandemic. Individuals whose passports have expired and whose passports are near expiring, or these gentlemen are very happy because one did not have a passport and they were able to get an appointment in 10 days. We have others who have tried. Just a few minutes ago, I spoke to a bereaved person whose grandmother had passed, and they have missed all of the funeral arrangements, and they're still trying to get to where they have to go, and their plane is at 3:40. I helped facilitate them at least getting their passport pulled out so maybe they can make their flight. This has been a lot of hard work, and I applaud all of the staff of the passport offices who are now working 7 days a week, in this office. And so I've asked Secretary Blinken of the State Department to provide Houston with more staff for the Houston office. The State Department has just announced that there will be festivals in libraries and post offices, and we're going to get that date to ensure that we educate people about where else they can go other than this building. On this coming Saturday, we will have this building open in the early morning. If you can come, and you can make an appointment right here on site to be able to alleviate anyone who is traveling. Please understand that every single person that is in your family, a 1-week-old, a newborn, needs a passport if they're going to a country that requires passport to enter and then passports to come back from the United States. Upstairs is a family with a 2-week-old baby. And so I want to make it clear that we in the federal building with the passport office, we have a designated State Department official who is here for a week. That person will leave at the end of the week. I can see how tired the workers are. They are public servants. They are federal servants. They represent President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. But we understand that they cannot do this alone. So I want these gentlemen, these are real live passport recipients, and I think this gentleman is getting his for the first time. And he's had an expedited. Others are in line with crises, and so it varies. And I think what is important that we get more staff here, and that everyone understands that do not wait until 4 days before. Sometimes you didn't know your passport had expired, but all of us in this building will try to facilitate those passports. My office alone has done thousands of passports for people from an array of areas in order to ensure that they would meet their deadline. I went to thank the workers upstairs and also to let them know that what we want is for them to get passports as quickly as possible. So I see some happy people leaving out, I hope, but these gentlemen are, this is real Houstonians and others, and this gentleman is getting his for the first time.
Yes, ma'am.
And he is very happy. I'm going to let him give a happy story. You all had your passports?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Renewed, yes, ma'am.
Renewed. Did you get it renewed in the same
Yes, ma'am.
time?
All
They
today.
renewed and brand new. Which one is going to be courageous enough to?
I'll get up there.
All right.
Yeah, the officials here really streamlined the process. Make sure you guys have all your documents. Call 14 days before, right before your trip, 2 weeks out. I'd recommend calling the hotline a little later in the day so the lines are a little emptier and you guys can get in and set up an appointment. Don't be intimidated by the lines. The staff here is very friendly, and you guys will be in and out. And it'll be a day trip, but it'll be well worth it. And make sure you get those passports. We all did. Nimai Reddy. Nimai Reddy. Nimaireddy. I'm a junior at Texas A&M.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson.
All right. Thank you.
It was great meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank
He
you so
wants to
much.
know who you are because you just got yours. Pardon me? Okay, yeah, I'm going to let this gentleman at least just, he's a brand new, so I'm going to let you,
Oh, I just want to say, I think this was one of the most easiest going processes for me. If you've been in DMV, you know how difficult it can be. I think this was way easier, and I applaud you and the staff at this facility of how well they are, and I'm just ecstatic right now. Michael Tosuni.
How long are you waiting for your passport?
In line here?
Or
In general, I booked the appointment not too long ago, around 10 days, and waited here maybe an hour, and then, yeah, an hour.
they gave you an appointment to pick up.
Yes, ma'am. I have an appointment. Well, to pick up, you have to wait, obviously, a couple more hours, but we just went and got breakfast.
So, Congresswoman, I actually had a co-worker just left Sunday, but he actually had to travel out of state.
That is
to get an
correct.
appointment.
That is correct.
You know, it's pretty frustrating for him. I see the struggles, pandemic happened, but where do you see this coming? Do you see it getting better, or how can it get better, or how do you see it?
Well, I think what is important here is to emphasize that the Houston office is really working to try and take those who come to this office. However, as a congressional office, we have sent people all over the nation for appointments in order to be able to make their obligations. So it is happening. And it's because we need more staff, and the system is, in essence, clogged because the lines are around the building. So what we want is to be able to help these gentlemen, and I'm going to send them on their way because I want to make sure that I'm not holding them up. But I wanted an example to let you know how hard they're working upstairs. But we're still getting appointments for people who are in crisis in places like Dallas and Denver and California. I believe that we could work with more staff, as evidenced by my walkthrough upstairs, that they need more staff. And all of the personnel saying that people are there waiting for hours and hours and hours. Those are people that have maybe complicated circumstances. This gentleman is getting a brand new passport. Some people are expired. Some people are lost. That's more difficult. And so I would commend them to the end of the week to be able to come. And I'm thinking of the date that it's going to be the 15th. This building will be open. And if you're in need of a passport and you're going on August 30th, August 20th, you're going on August 1st, please come. Or you have an expired passport. On Saturday, July 15th, to be here and take advantage of the opportunity to move through the line. But what we hope Secretary Blinken will hear from me, he's already heard, I've already asked directly, please send more staff to Houston. And I've already said the President is truly committed to making sure they have resources. I want to congratulate these individuals. I have an individual here that's I'm going to help who has a challenge and is trying to leave, may have to fly somewhere for an appointment. But we will work with that individual, and they come in every day. I have them in my phone. They're leaving in 24 hours and otherwise. We know someone is probably listening saying, why did they wait so late? There are a lot of complications in people's lives at this point. And certainly the lady that is upstairs, I'm going to check on her again. She is trying to get to a bereavement, and it breaks my heart. She's emotional. She's missed all of the proceedings and the burial. She's just trying to get there to be with her family, to remember her grandmother. That breaks my heart. I want everybody to be able to travel. That's who we are as Americans. So I would say to you is the idea of traveling to other appointments, it's challenging, but if they can go to another state, I send them there. I work with the passport, and I'm very happy because sometimes they are going to another state and they're flying out the next day, and they're able to fly out the next day. So I'm here today to indicate that this building has worked very hard. Our security has worked hard. people upstairs, but everyone should know they're working 7 days a week. And we still need more staff. But I need the public, as you have heard, to cooperate, bring all your documents, a little bit of patience. But every morning you'll see persons wrapped around the building waiting for a passport. And of course, we have other services here. The immigration courts are also here, and that brings about a clogging as well.
How long do you see this happen so we get back to normal?
They're turning the corner, but I think we're going to see this through July and through August in terms of the intensity of travel and recreational travel. As I said, some people are bereavement travel and crisis travel, business travel, and don't have. So I don't see this letting up before the summer ends. And that's why I wanted to come and indicate that we're trying to get more staff and for people to take advantage of the what we call festivals. And you'll see them. I'll be announcing them. They'll be at post offices. They'll be at libraries. But now we're opening at this building on Saturday, July 15th. Come early, 2023. And the passport office will serve you at that time. Please bring your documents if you're trying to get a new passport.
How is it what does the festival actually do?
When you come, if you're trying to get a new passport in the morning, they'll work with you, take your documentation, and make sure you have everything that is correct, and then you have to get an appointment to come pick it up. It is not a one-stop shop. They have to process and determine whether or not there's any reason why you should not travel, whether you have any background issues. People don't realize we have to do that as well, because when we give a passport to the United States, we're saying that this is a person in good standing that can travel to your country with our passport and come back into our country. And they have the protection of the United States of America. They have the protection of the embassies and any services that the State Department will give if they have a crisis or an incident in the country that they are in, obviously a foreign country. That's why it's so important to bring every document. And if you're doing babies, please don't think that you can travel internationally because they're a baby or they're a lap baby or they're a toddler. Every single person that leaves this country that wants to come back and is a citizen must have our U.S. passport. Please do that. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. You're so kind. You travel safely. Thank you so very much. Thank
So
you.
great meeting you.
You be happy and be safe, all right? Happy and safe.